Okay, good morning from Brightlingsea. I'm here with Richard, G0NAD. Both of my sit on tops. And anyway, keep watching and you'll see what we're up to. But hopefully something a little bit different today. Beautiful. It's like a mill pond.
Morning, Gary. 10 plus 1, just on our way out. We'll be back in approximately 4 p.m. Yeah, copy that, John. Have a great day. It's looking like a beautiful weekend. You enjoy the fishing.
Okay, we've reached our destination, which is this little bit of land here on the left, which is called Sandy Point. I've operated from here quite a few times. It's not shown on an Ordnance Survey map as being an island, but we're just about to paddle in between Sandy Point and this shingle bank here, which shows that it is actually completely cut off. It's around about high tide now, but we've got neap tide, so it's not a very high tide.
Surprised how clear the water was round there. Actually, it's crystal clear in places.
Even if I say so myself, that's quite ingenious, isn't it?
Where are you going to put your left leg when you're transmitting?
It'll just go down in front of it, it's fine. Alright, isn't it?
10 watts? Yeah, probably. You'll soon move it if it isn't.
You think like RF burn?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the last person to be Mr. Safety on. But on this trip, maybe that's me.
Well, it's only, that is all insulated, isn't it?
It is, yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
But you've got salt water there, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll
highly conductive.
Maybe I'll hoof me leg over the other way.
I think I would.
Okay, well, thanks for the tip.
That's okay.
I'll let you know how I get on.
Yeah, yeah. The HSC representative here today.
You haven't got a high vis on. The plan today is to actually operate from the kayak whilst floating out here. So what I'm going to do is I've got my little arrangement that I fabricated to mount the MFJ whip. I've got some counterpoise wires here, which I've got 3 of them in total. One is going through the front, one through the back, and then the other one, when I get a float, I'm just going to chuck over the side. And then I'm going to launch here first. It gets deep really quickly here, so I don't want to be going in head first there, because otherwise I'll tip out. And then when I'm floating, Richard's going to pass me the G90, the battery, and I'll see if I can get 1 or 2 QSOs. A little bit concerned about getting RF burn on my feet, so I'm going to try and keep my feet out of the way. Anyway, alright, let's do it. How's that look?
Looks good. It looks strange, but good. Is that what this is?
No, it's a flare.
Well, I won't set that off then.
Thank you for the wishes, and I must get out. 73, dictate 48.
There's a VK station there.
Yeah, heard them then, yeah.
Echo Zero, Whiskey Mike Mobile. Very good morning. You're 555, 55, very QSB. Anyway, no problem, my friend. You're 555,
Roger, thanks very much for the 555 0 Whiskey Mike Golf Mobile.
2 Echo Zero, Whiskey, Mike, Golf possible.
Whiskey Mike Golf Mobile, you're 5959001, Roger.
Yes, 2 Echo Zero, Whiskey, Mike, Golf Mobile. Thank you, gracias. Roger, 2 Echo Zero, Whiskey, Mike, Golf, Truck Mobile. Very good morning. You're 557, over.
Thanks very much. You're 5959 with me. My name is Kevin. Kilo Echo Victor Alpha November, Roger.
Okay, Roger, Sierra Papa 5. Mike, actually, you're 1. Very good morning. You're 5.
Well, I think that proves it works.
I like the way you said to the guy in mobile, you didn't mention
in
a kayak on a lagoon.
I couldn't get into it with him. I'm not going to start trying to explain.
Proof of principle.
Well, there you go. The experiment worked, sort of. So we've now dragged the kayaks up onto the beach here, and we're just Richard's just operating using the G90 on 20 meters at the moment. So we've just got 3 counterpoise wires just resting on the beach. I'm going to make a few refinements to the mount. I need to cut a little bit of the tube so that I can clamp it on tighter, and I'm going to lift the mount up a little bit, and also I'm going to reinforce the putty that sets hard. It's called milli putt. But also I'm going to make another mount for this kayak because it's wider, so in flat conditions it's certainly more stable, and where the scupper bungs are, or the scupper holes that go through the hull to let water out, if you're in a bit of chop, they're a bit more exposed. There's sort of more room around them. So that's the plan. Oh, and I'm also going to find a way of encasing the G90 to make it sand proof, because it's got a bit of sand on it. So yeah, make a few improvements to that. So watch this space for that. But anyway, I was in the middle of one QSO and I bumped the VFO, and because it's quite bright and the display is quite small, I couldn't see what frequency I was on to start with. So I'm not counting that as a valid QSO.
This is using a Flex radio, Flex 6400, a solid state amplifier.
It's a VK station there in Australia. I think Richard's poised to try and work him. I'm getting the drone out.
Delta, November Alpha Delta / portable. Good morning, name here is Richard.
November Alpha Delta portable.
Thank you for hearing me and taking the call. The name here is Richard, and we're on a small island.
Echo Zero, number 2 Echo Zero, Whiskey Mike Golf Portable. You're also 59, Roger.
Kevin's on the beach there, he's just going to put the drone up. See how that looks.
point worth making, in case anybody was wondering. Here in the UK, I've had my licence since 2004, late 2004, when I had a foundation licence. I now hold an intermediate licence, so I'm restricted to 50 watts and a few other restrictions. And one of the restrictions that the UK licence and Ofcom, who are the regulatory authority, place upon foundation licensees and intermediate licensees, is they're not allowed to operate maritime mobile. Now, when I was first licensed, and for quite a while afterwards, maritime mobile was classified or defined as operating on tidal waters. And several years ago now, I can't remember when, Ofcom changed their guidance, and they issue a guidance document for various things covering amateur radio, around licensing, and one of them is around maritime mobile operating. Now I'll put a link in the description, and it's just a sort of screenshot up, but essentially what that means is that when the terms changed, or when this guidance was issued, they changed the terms and the definition of maritime mobile. The maritime mobile now basically means that you, in order to operate maritime mobile, you have to be outside of UK territorial waters, which is 12 miles from what they call the baseline, effectively 12 miles from the shore. So it expressly states that foundation and intermediate licensees are allowed to operate on tidal water, but only on inland waters. So anyway, I'll put a link in the description, but yes, it is legal.
Yeah, Chris, good morning. Morning, Taylor, how are you? Yeah, very well, sun shining, paradise again, so having a lovely day, thank you very much.
5 more up on the inside of the fisherman's mooring just to go through boat rubbing, please.
Okay, so we've finished paddling, and my dry suit had a leak in the leg, and I've repaired it. I'm just going to test it now to see if it's sealed okay.
Should I get run over?
Ooh. Water's cold.
Valencia Harbour, this is Bewitched, over.
Bewitched, Valencia Harbour, good morning.